uprising. This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. A lot of people have been sharing this with me, and I felt the need to share it. I'm not going to go into any type of crazy conspiracy or anything like that, but I want to know what everybody thinks, as well as I'm going to give a bit of an opinion. Now, you remember, of course, the Bible speaks of the days of Noah. In the days of Noah, there were giants roaming the earth. The Bible talks about this in Genesis chapter 6, verse 4. The Nephilim were in the earth in those days, and after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they were born children to them, the same were the mighty men that were of old, the men of renown. Now, the Bible also talks about the Nephilim. It mentions in Matthew chapter 24, verses 37 through 39, but as the days of Noah were, so shall all the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So almost like what once was will be again in the end. And I'm not saying obviously that this is real, but take a look at this thing that they're promoting called the Giant. Right? Pretty bizarre. This gigantic thing, which also kind of reminds me a little bit of what we're supposed to see with Project Bluebeam, but a little bit different here, because they're actually, Project Bluebeam is supposed to be in the sky where they put on a show and they show what the image of God is supposed to be, and they pull a great deception. Now, I don't know if they're actually going to go through with that, because people are so dumb. The whole alien deception is already working, because people actually believe that there are aliens and don't believe there are demons. But that's another story, as they say, for another day. This thing is the Giant. Okay, what it is a state-of-the-art exhibition where they make this giant that can transform into any image. It is creepy, it is bizarre, and I want to know what you think, but take a look for yourself.
It could be the world's tallest moving...
With Ring Alarm, we can see and control everything right here in the app. Whether we're home or we're away, with Ring Alarm, we feel safe and protected.
Learn more at ring.com.
A message from Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. A lot happens in a month, all worth showing up for. Days of joy and days of sorrow. Days that excite and frustrate. Magical days and awkward ones too.
Work agendas.
Statue ever, towering above us and above its predecessors. Monuments and memorials, public art in all its forms, has been around for centuries. Iconic, must-visit tourist attractions, and we, this reporter included, just can't resist snapping selfies.
Public art really allows us to engage with places in a new way. People question, what is this? Why is it here? We discover new areas of our city. We get excited about the places where we live.
It can also bring mega tourist dollars and support the local economy. On this side of the pond, a group of entrepreneurs are trying to fund an ambitious project to do just that. It's part statue, part business, part museum, part foundation, part gathering place, all somehow in one experience.
I mean, it's gigantic, and it's unusual, and it's magnificent, and it uses technology actually to celebrate humanity.
It's a giant, more than 10 stories high, wrapped in an LED skin. It moves its head and its arms too. The designers say it's all about human potential and a greener future.
The world has to change, and the Giant wants to be part of this change and inspire people to reach their full potential and help save this planet.
Their goal: put a colossal statue in 21 cities, each one highlighting the giants in their community.
It's going to hook into the communities, and it's going to offer something really positive and also something fun and also something inspiring.
And no need to take a traditional selfie. The Giant does it for you. And after the year we've all had, reconnecting locally and globally is exactly what we need.
Now guys, the whole
idea is that these giant statues will showcase giants in their communities. Well, we thought we would highlight and showcase one of the giants in ours. Take a look at this. It's Al on the giant
look at that.
statue.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I've never seen you so
That's
tall.
so cool. Or thin.
So you're on a Doppler radar, and now a
That's
pretend.
I would go and visit that. I'd take a selfie with that giant.
That's really cool.
Yeah, except it doesn't exist, but that's okay.
But I'm saying one day.
Hey, Molly, how much are these things going to cost? Do we know?
Steep price tag, Al. So they're looking at about $18 million per statue.
Wow. You're
So it
worth
could be
it.
about 2-3 years until we see that first giant.
Okay.
Where's that money coming from?
If at first the idea is not absurd, then there's no hope for it. Albert Einstein. People of the world, welcome to the Giant. The visitor attraction for the 21st century. The exhibition space featuring the Giant Experience, a glorious celebration of the great men and women of your country, inventors, artists, scientists, celebrities, and athletes. The viewing tower. See the city from the shoulders of a giant. The roof garden. New dimensions in retail, gastronomy, and special events for diversity of occasions. The world's tallest moving sculpture. Its head moves. Its arms move. It speaks and sings.
I wonder what those could be used for.
A place to behold heroes and superheroes. A space to celebrate the great and the good. The game changers. The icons of your city and country. Every hour, the giant transforms into an extraordinary person. From sports, science, characters, your favorite heroes, and recites poetry and words of wisdom to the crowds below. A space to celebrate the great and the good. The great men and women who have made this world a better place to live.
Oh, this is comical at this point.
A digital canvas for artistic creation. A creative canvas like no other. A digital art gallery in the sky that displays masterpieces from today and throughout the ages. The giant brings artists together from throughout the world. A beacon for brand celebration. A new eye-catching platform for businesses to reach customers in a novel and memorable way. A giant opportunity. A business model that delivers world-class experiences and world-class profits. An economic stimulator that enhances tourism, job creation, footfall, and commercial activity in the city. Join the Giants movement. The world's largest selfie. An homage to human potential. The world's most awe-inspiring selfie. Visitors are scanned and instantly become a giant. An experience to share and remember for a lifetime.
I'll remember.
There's nothing like it on the planet. Imagine you can be the giant. The giant transforms into a stage and a backdrop for festivals, concerts, performances, and special events. Let the party begin. I've seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. The Giant. Coming to 21 cities in 2021. Awaken the giant in you.
I mean, first of all, couldn't be more unnecessary, but we see John Lennon, we see depictions of so many things that they're showing, including a giant Beyonce, which is what the world needs. And we see that it's coming to towns near us, that these giants are going to be put on display. But of course, people are going to take this out of context and they're going to say, Call, you're saying that these giant things are the giant Nephilim, and they're giant technological devices. And you could connect the dots and put one and one together. What is the purpose of this? Why do we see all of this stuff in prophecy being fulfilled in this time period? How can people look at it and say we're not living through the great falling away and the great deception? Look around you. I mean, obviously, people are going to interpret things the way that they feel led to interpret. But, I mean, you could use the great deception with many things going on today. Like the old one-niner, and many other things. Now, let's take a look at what this thing claims to be. And I want to know what you guys think. But they're saying a giant could be invading your town, a moving statue that could take the shape of any human form. You see they have Albert Einstein on the picture below, of course, doing the serpent's tongue. And they say it could take on the form of any prominent celebrity or personality from Albert Einstein, John Lennon, Beyonce. It could happen this year in your town. Now, before you head for the hills or think it's some twisted plot for a sci-fi drive-in movie classic from the 50s or 60s, please heed the following information. Of course, they deflect off of that. Who knows what they will. This is just unbelievably ridiculous garbage is what it is. It almost looks like it's right out of The Burning Man. Only the difference is they're not going to burn this thing, but they should. They say a massive moving statue. So who's to say?
This is Lady Parts. We need Lubatard. And that's me. This is us, by us, for us.
You got a problem with my lyrics?
Say that the Nephilim or the giants aren't going to be some type of transhumanistic thing. Who's to say? The massive moving statue is actually an attraction that is 10 stories high and is built as the tallest moving statue in the world. Its heads and arms can move to a variety of positions, has the ability to speak or sing, and has skin that is composed of millions of LED pixels in which it can instantly take the form of any man or woman, boy or girl, or historic or popular personality. Sounds safe, doesn't sound right. Sounds cool, Call. That's what the kids will say. Sounds gay to me. I mean, joyful. Conceived by the Giant Company, this is based in Dublin, Ireland, and inspired by the classic novel Gulliver's Travels. Okay, there will be 21 of these giants who are searching for 21 cities from around the world. Yeah, there's probably no occult tie in there. Why 21? 21 of these giants who are searching for 21 cities from around the world to be their home bases, whether temporary or permanent, by the end of 2021. They say the giant will be one of the world's most ambitious cultural and commercial projects, bringing together art, amusement, and wonder to create a contemporary and highly profitable business. Do you envision the giant? Well, they'd probably just stick one of these in Las Vegas. They might as well. I mean, Sin City over there. We envision the giant as the, a new urban redevelopment project, stadium, arena, the same difference as those things. I don't, but as well, the giant will be placed atop a base that will serve as an exhibition space where visitors can enjoy the giant experience, where they take a high-tech journey into the world, not only giants of legends and mythology, but also giants and unsung heroes of the city and or country where the giant will be located in. Oh, great, so we get a propaganda history lesson about all these Masons. What Masons in your country and world leaders who are in the occult can they teach us about so that they can continue to carry on their lies of the lies known as history of this world? The only truth of this world is in the Bible. That's the truth of the matter, and for anyone that doesn't believe it, well, you're pretty stupid. It can also be utilized as a stage for performances and presentations and will include a roof garden for dining, retail, and entertainment purposes. I want to know what you guys think. I mean, I'm sure you're excited you know, the casual person's excited to have a giant Beyonce in their town, but let's be realistic here. You know, when we think about these things and we think about technology mixing in, it's hard not to think about the Nephilim. It's hard not to think about stuff with Project Bluebeam. So tell me what you think. Obviously, other than the fact that you probably want to kick this thing over, which we all feel. Let me know your opinion on it. I just learned about it and saw it. I felt the need to share it because something seems wrong. And when something seems wrong, I'm here to tell you about it because there's always an agenda and there's always something that they're doing. And these people who are hordes of money to make these types of things, there's an agenda behind it. Always is. And it's not to market Coca-Cola and to make a giant JFK statue or whatever the heck it is and to put Beyonce and Spider-Man up there. No. There's always something behind it. That's how they work. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Reminder, check out the website at callfornuprising.com. It's $2.99 a month. Definitely check it out if you haven't. I want to thank the Patrons. I thank the people who supported this channel. I appreciate all of you greatly. The world's ending, folks. I mean, the world's in a great shape, isn't it? Whew. Signs of the times. I thank you for being here. God bless all of you and your families.